Welcome to Imagine Action. This is Dee Lester, and I'm in the studio today with representatives from Northern Colorado Equality, which is going to be presenting the Pride Weekend, July 15th, a Saturday. I have John Case here, who's president of the board, Vera Turk, vice president of the board, and Suzanne Perot, treasurer of the board and the Pride Committee chairperson. Let's start with John, president of the board. How long have you had that position?
Actually, I've had that position for about 3 years, since the inception of the organization.
Okay. And I know you were talking a minute ago about the group's mission. Is that something you can share with us?
Yes. Equality's mission is we seek to enhance the well-being of the LGBT plus community through activities, programs, services, and education. Thus empowering our members and allies, we will continue to provide essential resources to the LGBT plus community that advocate for civil and human rights, that embrace, encourage, and support our cultural diversities.
Very good. I'm sure it took you a while to come up with that and get it all set and done.
But yes, it took probably in the neighborhood of a year. And then when we finally had the meeting where we said we are going to come out with something, the meeting took about 2.5 hours to get it crafted to where we were all happy.
I believe it. I believe it. In the past, I've done some shows promoting Pride, and one of the things that we talked about was what I call alphabet soup. And so I know you use the LGBT phrase and then added a plus. Why don't you give me a definition of what the letters stand for our audience?
L is for lesbian, G is for gay, B, bisexual, which seems to be a term that's migrating to pansexual. T is for transgender. The plus gets into intersex, genderqueer, allies, asexual, and all of the other minorities that fall into gender awareness as well as just sexual attraction awareness.
Vera, how long have you been involved with the group?
I joined the board as a member and the secretary initially in December of this past year. Then as the need developed for a vice president, I accepted that position. So just a half a year.
All right. And what do you bring to the organization? What are your skills?
Many years ago, I was the president of a not-for-profit in upstate New York. Our organization was the Women's Effort. And so being the president and a board member for 5 years, I learned a lot about nonprofits and the LGBT plus community. The Women's Effort primarily raised funds for those with HIV and AIDS in our community. So I did a lot of community organizations, and we put on a lot of fundraisers and just marched in the Pride Parade, and most of this was in Syracuse, upstate New York.
Okay.
So I've worked in this community in this capacity before.
All right. And are you networking with other organizations at the moment here in Fort Collins?
Well, I'll turn that one over to John.
Yes, we are working with a lot of the different organizations, SAVA, Planned Parenthood, the Suicide Prevention Group, Imagine Zero, as well as Summit Stone. We actually push a lot of people towards Summit Stone that call just from general reasons that say we need help and we need it now. One of the other organizations that's kind of split off from us but is for the youth is Splash. And they take care of, at this point, they have an elementary group that they're just getting started with. There is a group that CSU is working with, which is a young therapy group. And then Splash covers middle school through high school.
Very good. Let's get Suzanne in here. And you are a treasurer of the group. How long have you been involved?
I've been involved since March 11th of this year. And one of the things that got me more involved was for the treasury part is that I have my education for an accountant. So they saw that and they were like, "Oh, you're an accountant." And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "We need one." So they were like, "You be the treasurer."
And
So-
you said,
And I said, "Yeah." And I was like, "That sounds like something that I need to, to get my ropes in, because I hadn't been accountant primarily with anyone, but
but you had skills you could share.
oh yeah." And then I was a people person, so they
Oh.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, people person, including being the Pride Committee chairperson.
Yes. They voted me in for the Pride in April 15th is when I got voted in to help with Pride. Also, Vera is second as Pride. So she will help me
I'm
when
just
I
the
get
backup
stuck.
person.
If I get stuck,
Yeah.
I have these two to help me.
And you do have a committee of people.
Hmm.
About how many are on your
We have
general-
about 11.
Okay, and you're still looking for volunteers,
Always.
even though this is going to be airing right beforehand. How do you want people to contact you if they're interested?
If they're really interested in being a volunteer or just being part of the community, they can always contact us at northerncoequality@gmail.com, or they can email at nocoespero@gmail.com, or
Spell that for us.
NOCOSPEYROT@gmail. And that goes directly to me. So I can definitely help them from there.
All right, very good. And let's talk a little bit more about Pride. It looks like it's at a new location this year.
Yeah. Fossil Creek, we decided was more of a medium location. You've got Loveland on one side, you got Fort Collins, and then you got Greeley right in the middle. So it's like a triangle. And I think that works for everybody, because when you get a group of people together like that, we want all areas. We don't want just one little area. We want everyone.
So centrally located for the general area. Well, very good, very good. Hope people in Estes are listening.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
We've got people from Wyoming coming.
When is this going to be?
July 15th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
You have entertainment for the afternoon.
We have Lola Gag, which is going to be hosting, and we have a total of 10 performers. So it's going to be awesome.
A family-friendly event?
Oh, yeah. And DJ JD is our DJ, and he's the one that rounded up everyone for our performers and got that rolling for us.
Tell me more about Lola Gag.
It's Jason's friend.
Drag queen
Drag queen, yes.
from Denver?
Yes.
Okay. And as MC, and there will be other drag queens, a little bit of family-friendly burlesque, music through the day, food trucks, vendors, speakers, activities, lots of things going on. And this is July 15th, 2017, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Fossil Creek Lake Pavilion, which is 5821 South LeMay Avenue in Fort Collins, 80525. There will be activities there for different age groups.
Kids Zone, and then the Splash will be there. They'll give out their information, help younger teenagers get the info that they need. And then it's a big park, so there's a water fountain.
Yeah, the kiddie water park will be really.
It'll be popular.
Yeah. And it's right on the lake.
Yeah.
Ah. Are we hoping for good weather?
Yes.
Always. Is there a shelter of some kind?
Yes, we have a pavilion. It'll be
Okay.
covered for the performers and anyone eating.
Music, picnic.
People can bring their own picnic lunch. It says here food trucks. Is that happening? I see on the poster it refers to a poker run.
Yes, that is the next day. It's run by one of the other committee members we have, and there's a couple gals running this, and it starts at 10 a.m., I believe, the next day.
I thought we were starting at, what's the name of that Harley place? Starting at Thunder Mountain.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
We're still waiting to hear what the final route is going to be.
Is there a theme for the weekend?
All for love, love for all.
All for love, love for all.
Very good.
All for love, love for all.
Got all three of them in unison there. Northern Colorado equality. I want to get back to that. What are the goals for that group?
So previously, when John read the mission statement, part of that mission statement also included a vision statement. So our mission statement seeks to enhance the well-being of the LGBT plus community through activities, programs, services, and education, thus empowering our members and allies. We decided as a group that as a vision, we would take that a step further, and we suggested that we will continue to provide essential resources to the LGBT plus community that advocate for civil and human rights that embrace, encourage, and support our cultural diversities. So as John was speaking about earlier, he's trying to come together with many other organizations in northern Colorado and not overlap services, but collaborate effectively to meet the needs of that community. And do you want to say more about that?
I would just say that we really are trying to pursue the idea that where there are those who are oppressed, equality or freedom is depressed. So we want to be, LGBT is our focus, but gender issues, people of color issues, the poor, the disabled, all of these groups, we want to go ahead and help everyone find commonality so that we can work together to try to solve our mutual problems.
We build more allies, the better everyone is. The more allies we have, the better we can serve the community as one. And I believe that through my heart.
We also have many vendors that'll be at our Pride Weekend event in the park, Pride in the Park. And many of them represent different organizations that are helping to advance different causes. So the ACLU, for example, Human Rights Campaign, Planned Parenthood, Environmental Defense Fund. There's a list of them, there's probably 25 or more that represent many different things. So there should be something for everyone there.
Yeah, we even have Wyoming Veterans Administration is going to be represented.
Nice.
A lot of these were groups and organizations that reached out to us, you know, as we've been getting our webpage up and running, and Suzanne's done a great job with that. And right, so it's really about building alliances at this point.
We have a couple sponsors. One of the sponsors is going to be giving us items to give out to the community. And it's just to help the community themselves. So not just us, but everyone. And that's what I love about that.
This is Imagine Action on KRFC, Fort Collins, 88.9. Okay, and remind us where this event is going to be again?
It's at the Fossil Creek Lake Pavilion, Fort Collins.
It's right off of LeMay, and the Lake Pavilion is there at Fossil Creek Park on the northwest side of the lake.
All the information is also on the webpage, nocoequality.org.
Very good. Where's your facility?
Our facility is in the minds of the community. We want to go ahead and make sure that the community is solid. One of the things that has happened in the past is driving for a site has created such a financial drain, it's actually killed a couple of organizations. So we decided instead we'll do everything we can to work with every organization we can, and we will not, until we have a budget that is consistent and sustainable, try to go ahead and go with brick and mortar.
I've heard the phrase safe spaces. Is that something that your organization is trying to achieve, negotiate, work on? Is that something that's important to Northern Colorado equality?
It's very important. In fact, since we started, it is an item that we've been trying to find other organizations to partner with to not only do identification of location, but also work with groups that have education as what is a safe space and how can different organizations become more safe.
All right, you brought up education. Is that another aspect of your goals? And who are you working with for that?
Specifically with safe space, we're working with CSU. Since they already have a safe space program and they are already teaching that, we're working with them, starting off with just trying to direct people to them, but we've also opened up the beginnings of negotiation on how to make it to where it's a cooperative effort on an ongoing basis.
Are you having other entertainment at the event? Any musicians, drag performances, or are there other?
Well, we have drag performers, we have a burlesque made for family and
It's family friendly.
It's family friendly, yes.
Do we have live performance or just DJ for music?
As far as I know, it's just DJ music.
Okay.
I believe we'll have some representatives from our community and those in office, public office, that will be guest speakers as well.
Okay, very good. And we're trying to gather and get more information about the poker run. Finding out that it starts at 10, goes till 3, starts at Thunder Mountain, and this is Sunday, July 16th.
Some of the logistics around a poker run is they will start out and have multiple locations where you stop. And at each one of those locations, there is someone who will give them random choice of a card. That's where poker comes in. Because what happens is, as they collect those cards at each stop, at the finish, it's not just a time thing. So it's not a race, but people will show the hands that they have collected at the stops. The highest hand wins, just like it does in poker.
Huh. And it's just randomly giving out the cards.
And you wind up just showing a fan of cards. Somebody just picks one, all of them face down.
Okay.
And so it becomes really like a true shuffle and dealing for a poker hand.
Huh. Okay, and the highest hand wins.
Correct. Yeah.
Very good, very good.
So I have some information from our website. July 16th, our motorcycle poker run in celebration of Pride, and the ride will start at Thunder Mountain, Harley-Davidson at 10 a.m., and ride maps will be provided at that time. The final hand will be played at our bar in Fort Collins, and that should be around 3 or 4 o'clock. There will be assorted prizes, and the winning hand receives cash.
I'm sure it's going to be a great afternoon and a lot of fun for everyone. Other topics we want to touch on?
About the only other topic I can think of is the reason why it is Northern Colorado equality is because equality is an identifier nationally as well as regionally. So we have Wyoming equality, Colorado Springs equality, and then with the national organization, we can communicate and actually compare programs and not only help ourselves learn and come up to speed faster on new programs, but help others as well.
Any last minute thoughts?
I hope to see everyone in Fort Collins there.
I hope to see a lot of good activity as far as lots of different communities being represented, and I'd like to see people be surprised at how many different organizations really are open and accepting and also trying to learn to do better at that. There are multiple community activities that are being added daily, And so we encourage people to go out to the nocoequality.org website
Or Facebook.
and look under the different activities going on with Pride, because the list keeps growing.
And you do have a Facebook page?
Right. So the event has been created on Facebook, Northern Colorado Pride Weekend, July 15th. And if you go to that page, it gives details about many of the events that are happening, dates, times, location. So it isn't just Pride in the Park. There's, as we said, the poker run, a potluck supper for men at MCC Church.
What time is that at?
That's 6 p.m., July 15th.
All right. Vera, Suzanne, and John, I really appreciate you coming in and filling us in about this wonderful weekend that's going to happen. Northern Colorado Equality, which presents your Pride Weekend, July 15th, a Saturday. And I wanted to add this information. Chris Musial is a singer-songwriter originally from Oswego, New York, who's lived in Fort Collins for close to 8 years, and he'll be performing at the Pride stage in the afternoon. He's been part of the band Gypsy Fit for most of that time and has also been pursuing his solo career. He plays regularly at Lucky Joe's, Canyon Grill, the R Bar, Bar Louie, and recently Big Daddy's Burger Bar. Chris's music is original work that he has written. He plays lead guitar and does vocals. A friend and ally to the GLBT plus community. When he's not doing music, he's a massage therapist at Miramont and a loving husband and father. We leave you with Chris's songs, Thirsty and Good Intentions. Thanks for listening.
Dry as a desert on a lonely road, feeling thirsty, feeling all alone. Your face is home, your words are water that tastes like wine, poured in my wounds. Oh, it slows down time. There's too many things to find, but I follow the sun with all the room to run away from all I've done. I can't hide behind the rain. I just need you to tell me I'm not going insane. You look at me like I'm your shame. My only relief is to embrace my pain. I step towards the moonlight, throws a veil on my skin, exposing my weakness, confessing my sins. And I don't know where to begin. I won't pretend. I don't want this torture to end because of your dissent. tell by the way that you're looking at me from across the room. It could never be more, but when it's you and me, I just want to be free and run into your arms, into your arms. This feeling, this moment, this night, it's all cursed with good intentions. This feeling, this moment, it's right. It's all cursed with good intentions. Yeah. Seems to me you're meant to be looked at and never touched, but I want more. You're the apple of my eye, the one I want between my sheets. Girl, you're my unicorn. This feeling, this moment, this night, it's all cursed with good intentions. This feeling, this moment, it's right. It's all cursed with good intentions. On the other side of the room, on the other side of town, on the other side of the moon, that's where I'll find you. This feeling, this moment, this night, it's all cursed with good intentions. This feeling, this moment, it's right. It's all cursed with good intentions. Yeah.
This is Imagine Action on KRFC, Fort Collins 88.9.